And in doing so, you lost everything: your language, your ancestral practices, beautiful clothes, right? Traditional clothes, yummy food. Again, if you are listening to this, here is my step one in your reconnection journey. Listen to the music in your native language. Cook the food from your native land. You are indigenous to somewhere. Indigenous does not need to be synonymous with the people who are indigenous to Turtle Island, right? Do not do that. You are indigenous to somewhere. We all are indigenous to somewhere. You want to start your reconnection journey? Cook, cook, cook. Listen to the music. Just let it happen around you. Your body, your cells, your soul will have a remembrance. It will come up for you. And then sit with that, because that grief is important to process. So you could sit with that awareness, because now when you step out of that, you are not coming into anti-racism work as a savior. You are literally coming in, as my good sis says, of healing your way forward and check your privilege. Maisha to heal. You become a co-conspirator, because now you have something that you've lost as well. Now, that's allyship, right? When we sit down and we recognize that we are at war and we have something to gain by working together. Okay. Other than that, you are coming out as a savior, and you cannot save yourselves, as we see and have seen generations. So you shan't be saving anyone else. I want you to get that out of your head. So sitting with that grief on all of those levels brings a deeper awareness and a much, much more likelihood that you will come into spaces ready to do some real work. Like, listen, hey, I know who I am. I know who I've been to you. We don't want to hear like all of the good works that you did. Again, I'm going to say this again. I want you to take a breath. There are no good white people. Now, that may make you want to disconnect and say, fuck Des, I don't want to hear anything else she says. And that's okay, because that's your defense that's coming up. Or you could sit with that and allow that to liberate you. The system of supremacy culture, very specifically white supremacy, does not allow space for good white people. I don't care what you are trying to do. You are 100% a danger to me wherever you exist. That is exactly what the system of white supremacy. I've shared the story of my mother. She was in a wheelchair. She lost her leg. And so I give the example. If you saw me trying to put my mom into the car and she's falling out, because I am also disabled. And so trying to hold her ass into a car is difficult. And she falls out, you have some thoughts, right? Your unconscious bias, that lizard brain, the things that we talked about yesterday, the shadow work, right? Even if you didn't think I was harming her, right? That's how I benefit from colorism. You probably thought I was her home health aide, maybe her nurse, some sort of an assistance. Now, but my father in that situation, who's a 6 foot tall, unambiguously Black man, you think that he is violent towards her. Something, you have thoughts, right? And none of those are actually true, but all of them are harmful. And my mother is an unwilling participant in this non consensual white supremacy. Do you understand why I say there are no good white people? So if you were able to sit through that and hear that example, take another deep breath, because that is the grief that you are sitting with. Okay? It's not easy, but we don't want to hear about all the good works that you've done, because it really doesn't matter. You could be the best human being in the world, and we love